Hey guys, it's me, Zephyrgas. There we go. Timer's up. Kindly Monkey, Atmosai, Grapsaurus, Brick, Not Koryu. Welcome back to the stream, Not Koryu and Atmosai. You get a little extra touch there. Yes, I know, and little HJ16, I know that these scrims seem interesting. And to be honest, yes. There is not a lot of people. Day 23, all I'm going to say, because it is the middle of an EEC block. Got it. Got it. You focus, Kindly Monkey. We've got the information at hand here. We definitely already know what you were going to say. Okay. Yeah, it is, I can't, by the way, I can't get my, I'm kind of annoyed. I put a story up on my profile, and so now I can't get my live going. Overstat? Just do now or, just do now or whatever. I was just saying, I can add another one later. Huh. Alright. Well. Okay. Everyone's pissed at UHE for shooting before the thing was allowed, which is okay. So we're dealing with chaos tonight. We have a multitude of issues, most notably the fact being that tonight's scrims is already missing 6 teams. Okay, we had 3 that I don't even think signed up, and then 3 of them that ain't even showing. Which, by the way, those 3 in particular, that's like my least favorite part. Yeah. No shooting before round 2 closing. Do not chase teams before that point. I agree. Can I type? I can't type. That's crazy. Can I attempt to hold the same floor of building as some team? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I know. No passions. Crazy. The fuck is this team? USA/Brazil? Okay, fair. You are a curse. I watched back the VOD yesterday VSC, see if you liked my chickens, and not only did you not care, but every time you did watch me were the only times I swear, Meadsy, I was Meadsy, every single time we observed you, it was just miss after miss after miss after miss. Oh, man. Oh, it was bad. All right, I'll hydrate in a second. Let me go grab something to drink. Can we just wait till the 2 closes? Hold on. I want to fix this. When it starts closing, I guess. Okie dokie. Okay. I would one mag an entire team in the year. You'd spectate me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And it's so good too, because I made this later, right? Which we could, if you guys don't follow me for shorts, I do shorts and whatnot, but I posted this one today.
A crack is found. The triple.
Anyways.
That's right. Real college teams, real scholarship players, and yes, real missed shots from Meadsy there. Meadsy is not looking like himself tonight. This is a man who looks like that's going to be Minnesota double drops. It is up to the legend himself. Schmalz has to 1v3 it. One drop on the devious.
Holy fuck.
Right.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Bang. Bang. Nothing again. Oh, the no reg. The one hit.
Real missed shots from Meadsy there. Meadsy is not looking like himself tonight. This is a man who looks like chaos, but instead it's going to be Minnesota double drops. It is up to the legend himself. Schmalz has to 1v3 it. One drop onto Devious, behind the knockdown shield. A 1v2 scenario. A pick of another. Schmalz for the 99 reload. A peek. A crack is found. The triple take.
Yeah. That shit cooked. That was a great wipe from Schmalz. Yeah? You want to come up here? Oh, I gotta get hydrations. All right, 1 second. Let me go get something to drink. Okay, hold on. 1 second. I brought the jug too. No, little poor baby. Look at this little poor baby. He's a menace. He ran away. He ran away from home. He ran out to the living room. Look at him. He's a good boy. All right. Okay. I've got the jug of sweet tea here for refills in a second. Here we go. Suarez, not Koryu. A hydration for you. Lewis is a cutie. I know. He's a sweetie pie. I guess I just have broke TikTok live today because I accidentally put a story up. That's not good. Well, is what it is. My cat Chunks gets fixed tomorrow. Oh, geez. How old's Chunks? Lewis gets fixed in like 5 months. Lewis, you don't have to sit there. You can sit on Papa's lap. Come here. Come here. You're going to sit on Papa's lap. Okay. So, as you guys already understand, the majority of squads are not here today, which means we have set a rule which basically states you can't. You cannot shoot until round 2 closing. So, we got time. About a year, but we found him old and unfixed. Got it. Nothing's changed. Dead to Bellevue. Well, sorry, Kindly Monkey. I might have to start watching EEC scrims. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I already have an offer to do it. They're nice people, but... yeah, I don't know what to say. Lewis is not broken. Lewis just needs to have his penis cut off. Or his balls, I guess. Yeah. We're going to cut your balls off. You know that? You're not going to have balls in like 3 months. No more balls. None for you. He's being very sweet right now. He don't know he gonna lose his testicles. Alright. I know they're not allowed to shoot each other, so I have to check out this shenanigans. Because they're literally right next to each other. Like, they just... oh my god, is that Ina? Is that like Ina? Not gonna lie, guys. Today would be a day for Zephyr to play Scrims. Can they melee, though? No, they can't do anything. Like, look at this. I respect it. Like, it's a little silly, but I respect it.
That sweet tea is delicious today, gentlemen.
Yeah, look at this. Everybody's just free taking Evo because there's no reason to stop it. What the hell is Lost Aimer doing? Why are we... What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm... Why? What the... What in the fuck? We've got the trifecta of teams. I mean, no one can touch each other. 14 squads left already. We're starting at 14. So there's a rule tonight that basically says you can't touch each other. Oh my god. Who is that? That's Grab. Dude, this is insane. You literally have everybody next to everybody. Look at this. Look at this. Are they, like, trying to contest who gets building? The piece ends when the thing says round 2 closing. So the minute it says round 2 closing, that's when it comes to its end. So you better be set up in your POI, wherever that is, by the time that says round 2 closing. All right. Minute 40 to go. This is just... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm kind of impressed how gentle everyone is being with each other. Oh, that's hilarious. They can con the same scan because there's literally no one's punishing it. Right? So when it says round 2, he's safe to get this scan off. And then he can go rejoin the rest of his team at the Mirage à Trois. Oh my god, this is so interesting. Jack's got whatever's going on here. We're starting to see them get set up a little bit. Because at a certain point, you do have to get to somewhere defensible, right? And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I may be crazy. Are they doing this because there isn't enough squads? Yeah. So there's not enough squads because, as you know, in America, we have spring break. Which means some of the schools just literally aren't here today. They're sharing scans. That's so cute. Wow. Dude, this is so interesting. USA, Brazil doing rat to pred. Yeah, where is my goats? There they are. USA to Brazil's in kind of countdown. They're missing one of their teammates. Berthiosen's still making his way in from Monument. Okay, I will say, though, in 2 minutes, fighting is allowed. And when fighting is allowed, this is honestly a cook. Like, this is a great... I don't know if I like this better or worse. Like, sure, you getting to these POIs like this isn't going to be the norm. But endgame practice is actually, like, legitimate. Like, having, what? Every, like, 11 squads are in zone 2 comfortably. Oh, who's shooting? Who's shooting? What naughty boy was just shooting? Someone shot. They were naughty. Naughty, naughty. Randos and Muskingham. Looks like they're going to share the exact same building. That's chaos. Just pick a different building. Okay, good job, Muskingham. Minute to go till the purge, I guess. Maryville's flying in. Why can't they shoot? They can't shoot because there's only 14 squads available today. That's why. You need to see if some squads are on purple, blue, purple, purple, blue, purple, purple, blue, purple, sort of blue, blue, purple, blue, purple, blue, purple. Yeah. No one wants to take bottom buildings of Mirage? No, you got Indiana University. Indiana University's down here. All right, let's take a look at the chaos. So everyone's kind of got a building, a space to play in. I like the spacing out on Fissure. That's settled itself. No, this is pretty good. You know, Frog, it's all about starting over. Starting over, getting your streak back. There's going to be plenty of Zephyr streams for the future. Okay, it looks like Theosin has found knock numero uno here, and I don't even know where. Because somehow, some way, we are talking about a knock that... I don't know. Anyways, round 2 closing. Gunshots are ready. Teams like Randos are focusing on Maryville up on high. They got Muskingum next to him. You got University of Houston playing the Rocks. It looks like up on height, it is going to be Calgary, who are playing the actual Mirage Etoile. Indiana University and UCF Rising down below. The cart held by Illini Orange. UHE is a duo, and I don't know if USA Brazil is going to end them sometime shortly here, but not gonna lie, this is kind of a cook. I'm kind of appreciatory of this a little bit. Like, I would switch it to a round 1 closing for future scrims. Everyone agreed. Like, look at this. All 14 squads, like, I know it's dire situations, but everyone agreed to be a good boy. Okay. Couple of knocks in the cart here. Illini Orange are dealing with nade v nade. No resets. And for Parksa, that will mark the first squad eliminated. They literally just sit there and take it. 14 teams of good boys. I know, right? Well, seems like they're enemies now. From lovers to enemies. The opposite of a good rom-com. TMU Bold. A couple of nades seem to be the choice of poison for a lot of these teams. KQ All and the rest of TMU trying to close that distance to find knock numero uno there onto light black 5. One little touch into the corner. That might be the full wipe to go alongside the end of VCU Legends. Yeah, shame on that. Shame on that. Well, looks like Team U Bold is clear for now. 12 squads remaining. You got RIT Orange on the train line. UFC Genesis making their way in. You still have the USA/Brazil split here. Sousa's grandpa has got maybe a line of sight onto UHE. But, I mean, train line is available for TMU Bold. They can play either underneath or above. And this looks fine. I don't know what USA Brazil's gonna do, but if I had to guess, this is probably going to be a 3v2 situation. Problem for Sousa's grandpa is you're kind of picking and choosing what could be terror ahead. Like, this could just be bad. Safe for now. I'm surprised the rest of Theosin and 16 haven't moved in yet. But meanwhile, Indiana University versus UCF Rising. Teams and a half as that Rampart shield will peek up as Swipe sticks on through the mobile shield. That'll be a knock, but a double wipe due to the Sheila. It's still up to Swipe to 1v1 this out. Walls unable to find their setup. And that will be the Rising squad eliminated here. Meanwhile, UHE, Sousa Grandpa does find that one. And it is going to be Vipe Sky, probably and hopefully running away to survive here. I don't mind this. So we're full swinging a Rampart ult with wall. Well, if you know that they can't, I mean, did they lose that fight though? They understand they're more capable than the Sheila, you know? It's not even that bad. They just, I don't know. The fact that they almost lost that, yeah. Like, yeah, it's running into a Sheila is, like, kind of dumb, but at the same time, I don't think it's that crazy from what I've seen on an actual match day. A lot of people try to test against Sheilas all the time, and most of the time, if you get around the rotation of it, I mean, it's just not good. Tim just thinks that every Rampart's me. Yeah, I mean, you can really not deal with Sheilas in a way that makes them kind of bad. Like, surprisingly bad at times. Well, Theo's in. The USA-Brazil squad has the dominant position in zone. Everyone else pretty much has to make their way inside. No one predicts the upper height pull here. UHE will inevitably be found out down on the low ground. For some reason, Souza's grandpa is sticking the cart down below here, and that could potentially lead to a full wipe to go alongside it. Problem is, they've already lost Souza, and shout out to Mirage, doing a really good job. Arc, honorable mention. Arc is not that good at Rampart. Arc playing Rampart holds him back more than he thinks. All right. Well, we've got the cart for Baltica and friends. RIT Orange, they'll port back over and away. They've got Tiger Shrimp and the rest of the rando squad against them. It is Jack with the Kraber. Noah Thomas picked off just as quickly. Grap, friend of the family from Texas A&M's, trying to port this one to success and hell. Same to be said for Tiger Shrimp. He's going to have to try to get these resets as quick as they can. Noah Thomas will be recovered here for the RIT roster, albeit. Yeah, there's no way we chase that. Looks like for the other side of TMU Bold, they've got to answer some way, somehow, into the face of USA Brazil. It's a nice Mirage ultimate, but a knock onto Theozen from the G7 Scout tells me that USA Brazil has picked off a hell of a lot more than they can chew here. That's going to open up the face for TMU Bold. Watch Indiana University. They'll slide into the choke as we've got University of Calgary holding off RIT from this rotation off the bridge. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I might as well watch Lost Aimer because that should be the pickups. Yeah, Theo had a great idea of that pull. This is just satisfying. Come on. Come on, Lost Aimer. You're more than capable. All right. It will be USA Brazil done and dusted for the end game. Down below, Muskingham and Yellow has survived here. But maybe not for long. Not Rowan will be putting down some damage alongside Jat to hopefully wipe out Yellow here as that last remaining member. Give me a good Kraber shot. Give me a good Kraber shot. I swear, I can't even legitimately cast this. I just kind of want to sit here with my sweet tea and be like, ooh-hoo. No, that's it for Maryville. Caught by Lost Aimer. And we've got a hell of a contest here. UFC Genesis down below. TMU Bold sharing the upper high ground with Indiana currently in control of the building. I do like the... Oh, this is just nasty. Who is your Mount Rushmore of Collegiate Apex? Misplays, for sure. Nice. Misplays is definitely... Does it have to be players? Or can it be like... Can I put OI? Because I have to pick OI. You can do, like, players, then teams, then overall. Okay. How do you only have 91 ammo? You literally had 9 years to loot. How are you out of ammo, Jack? What happened? How does that happen? How are you out of Nemesis ammo, too? What is our loot path? I got Glow, Jack, Yans, and Taunty. Yeah, let me get Yans. Let me get a, what is this? Shout out to TMU Bold. They actually just make Indiana look like they don't know how to play the game here. It's a good wipe. Factor the remaining member. Trying to run this one over the ridge, and KQL will be the one to finish the job here. Final 3 squads remaining. RIT down below. Calgary from the Mirage Etoile, and TMU Bold, who's got to pressure RIT back here. That is... honestly perfect. I mean, seriously, what? I mean, seriously, impeccable. Looks like Calgary's going to step up here, though, and with damage advantage from the trade, this should be a Calgary dub. Yeah, I don't know how much I liked that final end game. I do think it would have gone a little bit better if people... I'll say this. I think the poll is what threw people off there. You got to see a lot of people investing in the wrong zone. Which is honestly surprising, because, like, you have perfect preference towards zone, and when you have scan after scan after scan after scan, it's kind of interesting because you very quickly realize that Schmalz wants to collaborate. Yeah, sure. Tonight of all nights? Yeah, 100%. Okay, allow. Stream together. Can you hear me, Schmalz? Schmalz? Yes? Is there a reason you're not talking to me? You come into my chat to collaborate, and you don't even send... You don't even turn on your mic? My Chrome settings are messed up? Oh, the worst. The worst! Oh. Anyways, I think they just got the wrong zone scans. And the problem is when you have like recon scan after recon scan after recon scan, you kind of stack misinformation. And so everyone thinks it's pulling towards that southern side when the reality is it's not even close. It's a fissure finish. And so only one or two teams there actually make the right call. Everyone else is kind of stuck outside of zone. Shout out to UHE. Did not survive against the Brazil USA squad, but yeah. Bro, feed your cat. Oh, let's. Let's. Okay, for clarification, do not split your team excessively. That will be treated as an abuse of the rules. Just don't. Please. Heart. Pants check? You're not gonna fucking believe it. I like it. Overstat is still bugging. Alters banned. Okay, Alters banned, but the score looks good. You guys can see the score. It's TMU Bold for the lead. Is it time to eat? It's food time. Not for real. I got Trev Michi misplaced. Schwabstrom for recency bias. Thales. Okay, top 4 player, Mount Rushmore, most impactful players of all time, whether it be gameplay, content. Yeah? Yeah? He's an excited boy. Okay. Misplays. Misplays because he is arguably one of the greatest IGLs we ever saw. And for sure, probably one of the longest standing individuals in terms of success and representing what it means to be like a collegiate player. Like no background, no anything. He is the USM, like, I mean, he is the Kennesaw State GOAT. And I don't know. It's like a whole era can be defined by misplaced participation. Okay? God, you guys are gonna hate it. You guys are like, I'll say this right now, y'all are picking players that were good at the game. Like, you're looking at Sloths and Z-Trixes who are, you know, who have, like, massive history, but, like, we're also just, like, excellent players. Not gonna lie. Misplaced also the best comp admin we ever had. It's true. I don't think winning is necessary for it to be part of my Mount Rushmore. You don't have to win anything in my ideas. I personally like people who have showcased the greatest influence. And so you know who I have to put. You know who I have to put on my Mount Rushmore. Okay? Because there is one man who has, to everybody knows in Collegiate, whether you like him, whether you hate him, he is the definition of blow up, blow out, or do well or hate. It is none other than Group T. I genuinely think Group T would be on my Mount Rushmore. That man single-handedly is the most entertaining individual to follow in all of Collegiate Apex. Not a single person even comes close, by the way. There's literally everyone else is either just very good or has some background and, you know, but in terms of personality, no one even comes close to Group T. It's not even close. That man is the most, like, I can't even begin to put it in words. Not only was he part of the era of the beginnings of ISU's restructuring, not only did he have some time with Trev Michi, but he also has the loudest mouth of all time. That's not how Mount Rushmore works, man. Mount Rushmore could mean anything I want. I'm picking the most influential people in Collegiate Apex. Group T single-handedly, just go check his message history and all of Octane history. That man is the most influential dude I've ever met for Collegiate Apex. Not because he succeeds, not because he fails, but because he does both in the most spectacular way possible. And just when you hate or love him, he is there. I'm not gonna lie, this season, this specific season is the first season I've ever seen where it's like the quietest ISU season. And it's honestly because they kind of have fallen off dramatically. If you're saying that, then pick Jasper. Jasper might be on my list. Jasper could be on my list. It's a different kind of influential, but he's kind of on like the, what is like mini Mount Rushmore called? Like, what's the short bus of Mount Rushmore? Stop touching each other, UCF Rising. Get out of there. Who is this? Yosin, get your dick out of Jurassic. God. Group T on the short bus is nothing new. Group T misplays. Who is the greatest player of all time? Who's the greatest fragger? That's tough. Vegas Mount Rushmore's mini? Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you, the Jet Live. This is tough. Most of y'all don't do anything at all in Collegiate Apex. You just show up and play the game and then go to your little Discord servers and talk to each other for 2 years straight. Like, honestly, when we talk about, like, actually putting work into the collegiate scene, it's like everyone knows each other, but that's because they go, like I said, sit in their little Discord servers and just yap all day. But then, like I said, sometimes that just evolves into just showing up and playing on the match day. Is your Mount Rushmore based on most influential? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Group T is so massively influential that people know Group T outside of Collegiate because he's that big of a yapper. Granted, I think this is the first semester he's kind of unyapped his way to bottom Premier League, but 14 teams round one closing. Nice. Oh, no, you don't know the half of it, buddy. Hey, why not? You're not allowed to shoot the truck. Me, Fiddle Sloth, first collegiate players to make CC finals. Okay, but you can make that point for the 10 players who've made CC finals. O-Wise, I'm not gonna lie, O-Wise is the most influential person in collegiate, but you guys are asking me to pick players. That was the whole point. Players first, because OI gets his own mountain pretty much entirely. If you go influential, Sloth has to be on it. I do think Sloth is a good pick if we want to go down the more fragger route, because if you talk about who has one of the most historic rises of fraggers, from being like literally collegiate nobody UCF to now on Fisher and like tons of success, was he not a player at one point? OI was a player for UTD, but he has always been the administrator behind Collegiate. So I could put OI on there. But I do think Sloth has one of the best storylines to follow in Collegiate. And I'm going to be honest with you, if Trev Michi had stayed at MNSU, if Trev Michi hadn't ghosted Minnesota, now that would be a fucking story, bro. Server. Low-key might have to put Slasher. Yeah. Slasher is pretty influential. He is distinctly influential. But I don't think he'd be on my Mount Rushmore. Everyone's sharing the fucking alt charge. Everyone's on the fucking ultimate charge. Or no, that's the fucking scan. Oh my god, everyone's taking turns getting the scan. How nice of everybody to go get scanned. Not gonna lie, this kind of cooks. Could you count Juxie just for coming in as #1 pred? I would prefer someone who's been around longer, like Thalas, or Mank, or Theozen. You know what I mean? Oh, Coco. Coco. There's only 14 squads today, so there's a rule that no one can shoot each other until it says round 2 closing. So you get shit like this where Croissant is, you know, not only typing in my chat, but also sitting here for 50 seconds. Where is the rest of your team? Oh my god. Sadly, Riley Mechanac is like the first legitimate pro alongside Bowser, but none of them stuck around, and neither of them were like super influential towards Collegiate. I do think Riley Mechanac is cool because he goes on to have probably the best career out of any player that's like had Collegiate behind them. But I don't know. Blitzen was first pro. That is true. Blitzen was first pro. Blitzen was also pretty influential, I'll give you that. He was short-lived. He was not around for a ton. Alright, 14 squads remaining. This isn't too terrible. I mean, this honestly is pretty nice. I'm just curious to see anybody who actually shoots each other. Okay, Yellow is going to be the first person knocked against Minnesota, or what is this? Where is Maryville? Maryville is somewhere. Oh, Yellow disconnected. I get it. Well, Schmalls. I don't know what you're expecting out of me, but you know. Oh, jeez. There we go. Well, shout out to Maryville. Still has a duo. I don't know how long they'll last. Meanwhile, Muskingum, they are stuck inside their building, and here comes Indiana University to pay some revenge towards this roster a little bit. Cyber's on the peak, and there's a Sheila play that, not gonna lie, might get Indiana wiped out here. That's a very good arc star. Yeah, got the crack on one side. Once again, a re-peek on the interior, and Cyber single-handedly with a re-slam
Oh my gosh. Come on. Finish the job, butt buddies. There we go. Yeah, Muskingham should die here. Who's the last remaining member alive? It's low key. Okay, it's a Rampart that, yeah, we'll get wiped out. We saw that coming. That fight had to have happened. UFC Genesis. Good start on their last game here, but not as long. Do you have a Mount Rushmore of programs? Ooh. Okay, Mount Rushmore of programs. Longest. Oh, man. Mount Rushmore programs. Minnesota is definitely fresher, but they should be on my list. ACU for sure. No. Programs is different. Also, ACU, yeah, ACU needs time in the cook. Texas A&M. Texas A&M. All right, that is a legendary program. Or all-time teams. Texas A&M is a legendary program. No bias in that decision, right? I genuinely don't think it's biased. People will clown on Texas A&M 1,000 times, but it is arguably one of the most consistent rosters among multiple iterations. Texas A&M, Kennesaw State, for sure. Kennesaw is the number one, like the number one program for Apex in terms of its history. KSU, easy. I like what Minnesota is doing, but Minnesota might be a little too new for me, personally. ISU, maybe. Can I join these scrims? Honestly, I wish. TAMU, USM. USM definitely, over the years, has gotten better and better. It's also pretty fresh, though, it's as fresh as MNSU, though, in that idea. Who's host? I will DM. Host is Eris tonight. Okay. All right, T's gonna get wiped out here. TMU bold. I actually think they get this reset off. All right, USA Brazil. What about South Harmon Institute of Technology or shit? I mean, it's tough. It's a tough history between those guys. All right. How fresh is too fresh? Probably a year to year and a half ago, probably. I do think USM is a roster built within, like, USM is the first roster that we, like, feared. In terms of, like, true pro, scary pro roster, yada, yada, yada. USM was that roster. Like, I do remember UQTR being that kind of as well for a long time, but they're not on my Mount Rushmore of teams. So maybe USM, Kennesaw, Texas A&M, maybe USM, albeit like I said, they're kind of fresh. Oh gosh, I don't want to say UTD, but UTD was pretty damn legendary up until the end. How do you think UQTR would do with the scholarship teams? Not as good anymore. UQTR is a bottom 20 Premier League team nowadays. They just don't stay up. Can we get all-time rosters, like 4 best rosters of all time? All right. This current iteration of USM, easily. UQTR had 2 people in Pro League, bro. Yeah, they did. But UQTR never was able to win a damn thing. People genuinely forget that UQTR couldn't win match point or any of the formats ever. Like, we all remember that they had pro level players, but do you remember that they fucking failed in finals multiple times in a row? Because I remember they were competitive. They were very competitive. They played 2 stages. They did. They were an incredibly competitive roster, but they never delivered in a way that mattered. Fisher is the same. They've yet to win any match point. I agree. Fisher, but I will say, remember, I do think You take current Riley and Cobra, and they're actually better. But we're not talking about current Riley and Cobra. We're talking about UQTR from 2022. We're talking about pre-Sentinels Riley Mechanac. You're not asking me about Riley Mechanac and Cobra today. You're asking me about UQTR, that roster. And that roster was not amazing. If we took that team and we supplanted them in today's Collegiate Apex, they would be marginally competitive. Marginally. All right? No, I said they're a bottom 20 Premier team. They're a bottom 20 Premier level team. Has this become a debate club? It has. I'm not even watching the games low-key tonight. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening. I'm just missing it completely. If you take that team with the same players, it counts as them today. That's not what I was defining it as. You're defining it as something completely different than I am. I literally said if you take UQTR from 2022, no, they don't keep up today. We both know that you're wrong, but that's a hard thing for you to accept 90% of the time, Jack. Even if it's them at that time, bro, them at their time were competitive with Texas A&M originally. Like, the OG Texas A&M roster. They were competitive with the UTD roster of the time that had OY and frickin' Bowser, right? If UQTR, it was 2024. Okay. The years don't matter here. I'm not magical in terms of memorizing the years. What I'm saying is, if we look back on their participation through AVGL, right, and these other competitions that they were a part of, they were okay. They were competitive at the time. Collegiate has gotten better. Collegiate has genuinely gotten better over time. Now, if you take Riley Mechanac and Cobra of today and you put them with a really nice third, they're a top 7, top 8 roster for sure. Top 7, top 8 for sure. But 2023, 2024, whatever fucking year AVGL happened, no. That roster is not as good as you think they are. And honestly, it's probably because Jack hasn't participated in Collegiate for so long and he stopped watching, you know, and he's been Jack's been playing against the shitters in the bottom of Premier League for so long, he's kind of forgetting, you know, how good the actual good teams in Premier League are. It's kind of insane. I genuinely do not think 2023 UQTR is... They have like a couple of top 10s on the day, but they would bounce back and forth every once in a while. Zephyr, you never even played? That's actually technically not true. That's actually objectively false. Why are you streaming with Schmalls? Because Schmalls... Bro isn't even live? What do you mean he's not live? By the way, I just kept this on UFC because they are dominating. Ask any good player who's played with them and they would agree with me. Something, yeah. The third was not good, though. Like, if we take, once again, I'll say this 100 times in a row. Supplant 2024, 2023, 2020, whatever, UQTR. Put them in today. Fisher beats them. USM beats them. Bellevue beats them, right? What's that other team who's good right now? Ottawa would beat them, right? Shout out to Calgary. It was just clean. I mean, literally, it was just literally so clean from them. I literally turned my brain off, but that was just a very clean win.
That's 3 teams. Minnesota would beat them. Minnesota in the right strength would beat them. Kennesaw. Either Kennesaw. Kennesaw Black would beat them. What's up, Zendikar? I have said they're top 20 multiple times, Meadsy. I have said it multiple times that they're top 20. Bottom of 20. Bottom of 20. They would be the bottom of 20. Okay. Hold on. When I said they're bottom 20, I literally mean, no. When I said bottom 20, I personally meant their 20th, 18th, 19th place. That's what I meant. I will admit, saying bottom 20 sounds like I meant 21st through 40th. And now that you've brought it up, I realize I said bottom 20. I meant to say they're like 20th, 19th, the bottom of 20. I never said of. I concede that. But I still think they're bottom 20. UQTR from then would diff us today? I don't think so. They weren't that good. UQTR wasn't that good, guys. I remember watching them fail time out, time again. I could totally see Riley Mekanak and them struggling. I think they're here and there. I would concede a 13th, 14th. That's kind of where I would confidently put them. 13th, 14th-ish. Probably not 19th. 19th's pretty bad. But 13th, 14th sounds about right to me. In terms of how hit or miss they were, especially in major final lobbies. In major final lobbies, they just weren't good. They just weren't simply good. They were not a team to fear. They were not a team that was scary ever. How many collegiate players made online open finals this weekend? You had Envy. You had Slothulus. You had USM. You had Rusty G. You had Crispy Bacon isn't technically collegiate anymore. He used to be. Rusty G. I only know Rusty G because I'm close to St. Clair. Well, there you go. I was definitely scared of UQTR. I see Riley's bang skin in my dreams. That's crazy. Bacon counts for 0.5. Oh, Beaufort. Beaufort played as well. Sac State, Beaufort was in it. But Beaufort's a kind of a weird one. Beaufort was a pro team. Yes, you have Zach W. Keys and a couple others. Yes, man, UQTR was a very scary team. Well, I'll tell you this. As someone who watched them and had to coach a team during their era, we weren't scared of them ever. And every single time we showed up to finals, we really did not care. And guess what? They just didn't win finals because they couldn't. Every time. Prime Anthony Noyes diffs every TAMU member combined, so this is not a fair comparison against UQTR. It is true. Matthew Moose, you're never going to believe this, but Prime Anthony Noyes played Apex like 2 or 3 days ago with Fiddle and Pear for the first time in like 2-3 years. Coach bias, though? I would say coaches have the best bias because they actually objectively can see the game above the players themselves and get to view it without an explicit eye, right? I don't fear the players because I don't have to play against them. I just see their results. Play the clip I DM'd you from 2023. Have I received a DM from you? I have not. Okay, by the way, we're back to no shooting for 2 rounds. Anyways, what was the final question? The final Mount Rushmore. Because we did programs, we did players, we did rosters. Well, we never actually got through rosters. Who are the best rosters that have ever been put together? This current iteration of USM, albeit still kind of unproven. Low-key, last iteration of USM, kind of still better, at least right now. I do think Zach W. Keys needs some time in the cook chamber. I do think he will eventually, like, take that roster to new heights, but give Zach some time. I think Zach can cook eventually. He's not too bad. Previous USM, I mean, those guys were just, they're proven. Mank better than Zach? It's not so much that. I think Mank just has a lot of history there with them. And I think Zach W. Keys is really, really good. And once we see Zach mesh completely, once he meshes completely with Thalos and Viz, that's a really good roster. It definitely has had growing pains, though. I have a lot of faith in them. I do think they can figure it out. It's just going to take some time. New Ottawa needs some time in the chamber as well. I cannot discuss previous Ottawa because of Mav. Can't discuss previous Ottawa. I can, though, however, appreciate the previous Ottawa of that iteration. So the first Ottawa, that was a pretty good roster. Who are the three you have already? For actual, like, best rosters of all time, we haven't picked them yet. I do think the last roster of USM. What was the best Kennesaw roster, right? Because we have Aegis and Misplays who played for years together. You have Wrecked Emporium, but then you have all these iterations that come alongside them when you have, like, say, Limbox played with them at Nationals, right? And so, I don't know when Misplays did all the work. Hey, why is Sock Top knocking Horny for Passion? What is this? Whoa! 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 Yo! What is this? Hey! Hey, what did we just do here? Yo! That's not allowed! That's cheating! That's cheating! You can't do that! You can't do that! No! Who is this sock top gentleman, and why did they just knock out legend Alyssa Lewis left skate? No. Yeah, how hard it is for Kindly Monkey now. They got to put that roster back together and get to zone. What is this? I don't even know why I'm looking. Like, no one should be shooting each other right now. I don't think Minnesota has ever had a perfect roster yet. I wish they did, though. I don't know which Fisher roster was better. I am kind of liking Golden a little bit better than Serial Cat. I do think Serial Cat was pretty good, though. What am I watching? Hey. What are you nading? What are you missile striking, buddy boy? Fuzz. You're not allowed to do that yet. Anyways. I think I like Golden better than I like Serial Cat. Same roster, but yeah. I don't know if Slasher Maple Zach W. Keys was one of the best rosters we ever saw because we never really got to see it for long. Prime UFC was so good we got called out for cheating. Oh. Prime case USB Aegis wrecked. Yeah. Aegis wrecked misplays. That's the one I remember, personally. Like, when I think of KSU, I always think of Aegis wrecked misplays in terms of the history. Cheatsy, you can't count Limbox because he was too new at the time. Yeah, I think I would have to go with the OG KSU roster then. Because Misplaced, Wrecked, and what's his called? Oh, Enlightened. Dude, Enlightened is underrated. And yeah, they would fill kind of weirdly. So it's hard. Like I said, KSU plays musical chairs more than they play Apex. But Enlightened was actually very good. Jaquavius Drips. Jaquavius Drips was probably one of the most talented players. Jaquavius Drips was probably one of the most talented players I've ever seen. I mean, he took UTD to new heights. Do you guys remember when UTD was getting carried by Jaquavius Drips? Because I do. That was one hell of a roster. Glow Diffs Drips. Yeah, I would say Glow. Put Glow, Mav, Drips, and Meadsy in a room together. And, you know, it's tough. It's tough. Jukesy, that's funnier. That is a funnier take. Yeah, get Glow, Mav, Jaquavius Drips, and Meadsy in the same room, and you'll see pretty quickly. You'll see pretty quickly who's coming out on top. Yans? I almost said Yans, but I think Yans is just a goon. Yans was just gooning on him. 12 seconds. 12 seconds, buddy. Rajusi? Rajusi? Yeah, get your ass back towards your Bach, Rajusi. Yans Game called gold players at LAN. Yeah, someone does need to Moss check Meadsy. Okay? Okay, this person has to know they're about to get shot. Okay, well, I overestimated the capabilities of Noah Thomas there, but you know what? A nade is still pretty damn good, right? Okay, okay. Let's go take a look at Tiger Shrimp. Might be an actual player. Marginally. I don't know what I'm watching. There we go, Noah. Redemption arc, buddy. Very nice. Good job. You finally got it done. Okay. Hawaii's on the outside. You got the stack between RIT and Illini. Up on top's Houston, Muskingum, TMU Bold. UFC's still in it. UNCG. Oh, this probably is not lasting for long. This is a mess. That was a great nade. That was a very nice sky nade. Well placed. That was just very, very good. Oh. Ah, straight up in the air. One of the worst positions for it, man. That's just rough. Well. That's it. Nope, no more for VCU. This has to be the worst experience ever. They just AFK'd for 10 minutes and then get exploded in 30 seconds. Yeah, I mean, there is a couple of squads here that are definitely giving me some confusion, I will say. Damn, kindly monkey. What are we doing? I mean, just because you want to send it doesn't mean you can't get shot out in the open, bud. I'm not gonna lie, guys. All I can do is shake my head. That is all I can do, is just shake my head. Okay, it still hit. Why are they playing as UNCG? Matthew, you don't love the UNCG tag, brother? Come on. These aren't even fights, dude. These aren't even fights. I know it's your alma mater. Why would you say fuck it? Woo! Oh! 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 Okay, everybody else, like, do some damage, though, please. Okay, there we go. There we go, Thigby. Come on, Thugby. Come on, Thugby. Come on, Thugby. Nah, Thugby dead. My homie Thugby dead. Rest in peace, Thugby. Wiped out by Ina. Shout out to UHE. Quick cleanup. Who killed small guy early? It was Sock Top, kindly monkey. Deserved a line ice killing small guy. Yeah, that is true. You know, we're not Illini fans here. They did wipe out a random kindly monkey for no reason. We'll keep that in mind. Oh, goody. I'm sure everyone will make wholesome and correct decisions going into this next game. Anyways, it looks like we have TMU, UHE on the southern side. Ooh, this looks like it might explode here. Calgary is still in it to win it, and yes, there's a rando squad. For the USA Brazil squad, though, we are single-handedly using their own rampart walls against them. We are using their own rampart walls against them. You cannot make this up. Why would you put the rampart walls facing you off of the zip? What am I witnessing? Okay. Okay. Nope. What am I witnessing? Okay, somehow they survived that, which, by the way, they shouldn't. Okay, this is just chaos. This doesn't even... This... Send him. Finish the job. What? Okay, whatever. Calgary's a full health team. TMU Bold's reviving. The randos are still alive. None of that matters. None of this matters. There we go. New UFC member with insane up-down onto former teammate Theosin. UFC Viz, which, by the way, is this actually Viz? Because I have no idea. Honestly, if you guys ever want to confuse me, just start naming yourself as the other players in Collegiate, and I'll have no idea. This is actually Viz? That's fucking hilarious. Okay, no wonder they're doing well. Yup. Not gonna lie, guys. I would just cancel Scrims. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would just cancel Scrims. Completely honest. It's funny. There's some silly moments happening. But you can't tell me there's any practice taking place right here. You know? This is just... Oh, God. I'm not getting any practice. Man, game one was so good. Okay, but game one, in fairness, game one was Skyhook, which that just has a different energy to it as a whole. It's like, it's not a great game to test it out. Honestly, how about no fighting till round 3? You know, no fighting till round 3. How about that? Let's just keep sending it. No fighting till round 3. What about that? Is it just Noah alive? Yeah, it is. He's dead. ban Parksa for killing Small Guy. I don't control the Scrim rules, guys. By the way, this isn't even official Scrim rules, so it's not even enforceable. Anyways, congratulations to Calgary again. Oh my god, today's like a migraine of performances. Oh. This is just tough today. All right. Top 4 best logos in Collegiate Apex. Top 4 best collegiate logos. Number 1. I don't know. LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, number 1. LeBron, Kobe, Jordan was a damn good logo. Not KSU's. Ours sucks. KSU's does low key. It's okay. I don't like USM's either. Bellevue's is all right. I like the Bear. I like the Bruin. I like RIT Tigers. RIT Tigers. I know it's just the goddamn Tiger. You know who has a killer fucking logo? UCF Knights. The UCF Knights have a dope SJSU. Wait. SJSU has a killer fucking logo. The Spartan from SJSU is no joke. I mean, that's pretty sick. It's sweet tea. It's sweet tea. I'm actually filling. No. I could fill. I don't know where KQL went. Did KQL actually drop out? I don't see them. Okay, TMU Bold left. This just feels useless, man. That's fair. All right. Who's ready to watch a guy who's only played Deadlock and Battlefield 6 for the last 6 months? Who hasn't touched Apex in eons? Oh my god, go shoot everyone. Grace. We will find and protect you. VIP, protect me. Yeah. You gotta protect the Zephyr. Xylut. Xylut, is that how I pronounce it? I've always said Xylut. Oh, well, we gotta play Vantage, of course. Thanks, you Xylut. Good to hear. All right, let's get to work, folks. I'm gonna run. gonna run. I'm gonna run longbow. Longbow sentinel. Oh my god. We are Maggie Conduit Seer. We'll protect you. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. This is... We don't need any of those where we're going. Okay, I like the PK. Oh, what the fuck is the button? Okay, it's Q. Holy shit, man. Whee. How high is your sense? It is currently at, where is it? 1.68. No wonder you gasped. Oh, if you guys don't know, if you want to know why my sense is so high, I don't have any room on my desk. I only have about like 2 inches of space. That's why my mouse is so sensitive, is because I literally don't have a way to play otherwise. Oh, sniper ammo. There might be a sniper in there. You're not allowed to shoot, buddy. Who is this? Who is this? You know what? That was pretty mean. That was pretty mean, man. That was really mean. I didn't do anything to you guys. I was being nice. I wasn't... There wasn't a rule. There was a rule in play. What the hell? Alright, well, we can't actually actively watch the game because I chose to play. UAV inbound. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, don't kill them. Don't kill them. Don't kill them. No. 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 No, you fools. You fools. You idiots. You idiots. You're ruining the scrim quality. You're ruining the 12-team scrim quality. Can we join you, Olgan? Honestly, I don't even know if scrims are going to exist next game. They might just cancel them, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Teams already left before this game, and I'm pretty sure they're going to leave again. There's no way. Hey! What the fuck? Who just found my box? Who is this? Who's sitting here? Who's sitting here being a chud? It's Coopster and Baltica. Look at this. Look at this. Just sitting here. What an ass. I feel like this would give me diabetes. By the way, I'm just going to say this while we have a second. Y'all better be locked and loaded and supportive of the IRL Olympics. It is... Do you know how much work it is to fly people out, organize, and put together that tournament? It is single-handedly probably the most creative I've ever had to be in my life. And... Bro, who killed Zephyr? That's crazy. It was freaking UCF Rising, and then they just nated themselves to atone. Which I don't even know if they atoned. They were being, you know, just completely crazy. Crazy people. Matthew, I know. Yeah, I hate those guys. They need to be sent to prison. See, I'm saving up for another tournament. I'm 1/5 of the way there. Slary, what kind of tournament do you want? I'm just curious. What am I witnessing? Oh! He meleeed him. We got like a minute till something happens, and honestly, we're just watching one team sit. So check this out, bro. Have you guys seen the first announcement? Because I low-key cooked. Bro, look at this. This announcement is goated. Look at this. This is my GOAT Limbox, bro. Tomorrow you get to meet contestant number 2. But this freaking event is, I'm telling you, I'm cooking, man. I gave this man so much aura. I literally gave him aura. I literally gave this man aura. Oh, hey, Davey. Davey, I'm gonna level with you. I saw your message, and just to be completely honest, I have nothing prepared for you. My ass is head down working on graphics every single day for the event, pretty much. If you'd like to know what it is, I'm inviting 8 people to become my prisoner here in Texas, local to me. And what I'm going to do is set them through a set of challenges where, I mean, it's a mixture of physical, it's a mixture of mental, strategic, creative, etc. And it's a competition between 8 collegiate players. So that is the IRL Collegiate Apex Olympics, and shout out to whoever's wiping this squad. Shout out to them. Who wiped them? Who wiped my teabagging squad? This was good. Carvey. Okay. I hope you make them cook. LMAF will just give me a call tomorrow to yap at me. We can make some schmoves. You know, it sounds good, Davey. I'll give you a call. It's going to be a very fun event. If you'd like to know, I have funded all of it myself, pretty much. I've spent about $1,500 thus far on it. It is entirely funded by the subathon that I put on. That is still going, by the way. And so, I'm flying out a bunch of people. I have a prize pool that I've set aside. I have bought all kinds of equipment for the event, and yada, yada, yada. We're having a great time. Solari, I cannot confirm nor deny. You know I'm local. Let's do it. Well, shit. I don't know what you thinking there, but we can talk. We can definitely talk. Calgary on Calgary Viance is crazy. I don't even know who's fighting who. See, this is the problem of Zephyr. If I'm not allowed to survive late into these games, you know, I can't spectate them efficiently, you know? Now, if you excuse me, I have to get back to my diabetes. Yeah. Woo! That is good. Well, I'll tell you what, Baltica. Your team did teabag. And so, all I'm going to say is I didn't see a damn thing, okay? I think they had a perfectly legal exchange of action. You saw that? No, I didn't saw it. I witnessed it, okay? I was violated. So, as far as I'm concerned, you guys got exactly what you paid for. Anyways, Calgary should win their 4th game in a row. This is not a real set of scrims. Guys, I might have to start watching. I genuinely might have to start to watch EEC. I love Collegiate Apex. I mean, as long as spring break is going how it's going, I don't think this is worth the, I don't know. It's just not worth the time. We've had a lot of fun tonight. We've fucked around. We've had a great time, but it's just, it's not actual competitive Apex. 4th with 10th, not bad. Sure. Excellent job. I wish I could watch you, but because I opted to try and play the game, I got stream sniped. Because, of course, I did. I mean, we're literally just waiting till Calgary wins this game again. That's all we're doing. I'm putting C. Carvey on my Mount Rushmore. I've changed my mind. I just want C. Carvey. Just C. Carvey. I give up and I'm leaving. Like I said to everybody, this is probably the last game. Can you tell CC Carvey he smells? CC Carvey, you smell. And I don't think that reached him. What is the Mount Rushmore? Everyone's trying to get me to make a Mount Rushmore of players, Mount Rushmore of people in Collegiate, Mount Rushmore of the teams. Just, they really want me to take North Dakota and just chop it to bits. And honestly, I gave it a good college try. The reality is there's not that many influential people in... What the... Okay, we messed that up. There's not that many influential people in Collegiate Apex. I told chat, the majority of you just kind of show up, play the games, and then go sit in Discords together. Which is not really influential. I just want to know who this is. Who's the other teams getting destroyed? Okay, musking him, that makes sense. That's fair. And then who's the last squad? I think Baltica was cheating. Oh, 100%. 100%. So we're playing League. Speed Demon, the #1 thing you can do to be influential is to work on your content. Right now, when I tune into your TikToks, who got the overstat? Exclamation point now, Garson, as always. Speed Demon, the best thing you can do is work on your content. Every time I tune into your TikToks, they're not bad, but they also don't say anything about you, about your personality, about who you are, about Minnesota, about any of it, right? It's just you playing Apex. You know? If everyone took the time to become a character or showcase what makes them who they are in Collegiate Apex, that would be influence. The problem is, and I'll say this, the crazy thing is you're already doing the bare minimum, which is playing, practicing, and hell, you go out, you do the extra step, which is making some level of content. I don't got the time for that? Well, there you go. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do. You asked how to be influential, and the answer is it takes work. I mean, I literally wake up every morning, and I don't stop working until it's time to go to bed. What if I have a terrible personality and everyone hates me? Is that influential? You can go down the Group T route. You can absolutely go down the Group T route. Okay? And that is as classic as it gets for influence. So, you know. Definitely interesting. That was the worst scrim ever. Yeah. What personality content do you post? The number one thing I do is going to be my stream. Okay? You get a heavy dose of my personality from my stream regularly. In terms of posting, obviously I could do better in terms of the streaming and content. But I would say over the years, and especially now more than ever, I'm putting out better reels that showcase what I do regularly. I could take some of the more funny moments and highlight those, but of course, that does take some additional time as well. I didn't say I'm perfect either. Anyways, that's it for Scrims today, folks. Nobody enjoyed it. Yeah, that's just bad. So, that is tough. I'm probably just gonna raid somebody, if I'm honest with you. Someone to raid. Well, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, at least to honestly a very, very attentive scrim session. That being said, I apologize for the quality of the lobbies. They are what they are. I know it's currently spring break, and that is also what it is. And so in the future, we're just going to have to take a look and see how it goes. So, Mank, sorry, you're catching me at the end. I'm gonna throw a raid over towards Glitter. I don't know if she's actually streaming. She's been streaming for 5 hours now. Low Kirk genuinely probably not a good idea. You hate people with jobs? That's crazy. Oh, so true, so true. Cersei's going, Shuby's going, Sorcerer's going, Prodigy Aces, Kylie Kovac. Who's Kylie Kovac? I remember that name. Trev Stacks. Dropped. Who's a good person? Yanya Verholst. Eastimi. Panic? Gotta do a Panic one. I haven't done Panic in a while. He can take my 3 viewers. Good night, Davey. All right. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. and we'll see how the next one goes instead.